Alright, take number 3 because number 2 decided to chew 10 minutes worth of work. Alright, I'm just going to use a video about you and me and Sarah in Disney World to illustrate how to build some shit. So notice that my camera, actually, I'm also going to record this in 1, 2, or 3 pieces, I'm not sure yet, just to keep from losing everything. Notice that this video here, this video here was recorded in a different dimension than YouTube. That's something you have to consider when you're doing stuff. You'll have black border around the top and the bottom. It'll just center it. But it's just something to notice. I'm going to transfer over, and actually I'm in Photoshop, and show you how to create elements to make stuff cute. And you can make them in whatever shape you want to. Okay. So I'm just going to make a border with whatever the hell I want to. For example, let's say that I want to make a border that goes like this. Near, 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 do do, new, new, new. Oops, there we go. So, I want to make a border that looks like that. I grab a color, and we're going to call it yellow for fun. Yellow for fun. Select my paint bucket tool by pressing G or selecting the paint bucket tool, and I'm just going to paint. Whoops, wrong space. I'm going to press Control Shift I to flip that, or simply go to select inverse, right? And then I'm going to paint. Oh shit, that's going to paint the whole fucking screen. Right, 1 second. Do 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 do. No 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 no. Right, I'm just gonna paint the whole fucking screen. Turn the layer half transparent so I can crop it. Lasso, or rather mask. Mask. And normally you'd be working in a file size that's exactly the right size, as in its dimensions would be the same dimensions as the YouTube video exactly. So, it would be whatever by whatever, which is exactly this big, right? So, I'm going to build it here because I'm already here, so screw it. Let's just assume that for a second, I'm going to crop this image to be exactly that big. Your file size would be exactly as big as YouTube. Image size, 760, is it 780 by 460? I don't know what it is. Anyway, so that's the size that you would use, whatever YouTube standard size is. So, right. But I'm going to build it here since I'm already here. So I have just essentially built this thing, which goes on top of this video. And so what we're battling against is dimensions. Like, this video is not the right dimension for YouTube, and this thing has to adjust for this thing's not being the right dimensions and hide the space. So, on top of this, I would build myself a logo that would go like this. Blue logo. And logo. And we'll call that Arial STD Black. It is actually called that. And I will go to A and reduce the blah so it looks more like a logo. 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 Right, great. So now I have a little logo that I can put down here in the corner or wherever I want, whatever. Transform it so it's whatever looking. Okay, so now, there we go. That'll be fine. I'll even give it a little bit of stuff. Underneath, I'm going to select red. It'll be fun. Brush tool, and some weird swoopy horse shit like that. And I'll go woo. And remember, you wouldn't have the problem of it going outside this frame, so you wouldn't have to come and crop it and chop it. because you would be dealing just with this image. So I'm going to combine the text and the paint layer. So now it's just one thing. It is a logo. Logo. So, right, we've got video, bing, 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 right, is the back layer in Sony Vegas. The yellow bit is the layer on top of the video layer, being the middle layer in Sony Vegas, and the logo, bing, 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 being the very top layer in Sony Vegas. Now, the easiest way to do that is to combine these two so that you've just got this one thing, and you lay it on top, right? But I want to make sure that you understand that you can, in fact, do it in pieces if you want to, and just have this be the top layer, this be the middle layer, and if you wanted to have more layers, you just, in Sony Vegas, you just do whatever you wanted to, and say custom shape tool. Custom shape tool, select your custom shape. Draw your little text blurb, like this is the custom shape I'll use, and I'll go, meow, splat. So this can now pop up wherever, if it wants to. So, right. Essentially, you can do whatever you want. You just have to do it in layers that are on top of each other. So, I'm going to delete this because it's kind of worthless. Delete. Okay, so, essentially, what we've got here is a cropped thing that is exactly this size, and I'm actually going to crop it now because this is what you'd be working with, right? So I've cropped it. It's now the real size, or as close as makes no goddamn difference. And we've got a logo, like an edge covery bit of whatever type, persuasion or blazang you want, and a video. Now, something you need to do here. Okay, because Sony Vegas only works in green screen, you've got to completely cover the area where the video is going to be in green. You can do that simply by creating a new layer under your other layers, like right on top of the video layer. Right on top of the video layer. So notice video, green, video, green, right? So this green stuff that's popping in and out, this will be the part that Sony Vegas ignores and doesn't see, and it will look through it to your video. So save this as a JPEG to wherever. JPEG, we'll call it Nfrgragara. I'll save Nfrgragara to the desktop. Okay, and now I'm going to stop recording and just so I don't lose everything, and make a new one in Sony Vegas. Okay? Right, so I'll see you in a second.